Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're working on my green Jeep. So one of the things that I've been lacking on is some rear brakes. We gotta go ahead and install some new ones. So when I drive this Jeep, you actually hear the back end squeaking. So when I first heard the squeaks, I actually thought it was the wheel bearings. Oh wow. Now that I close the door and I turn the lights on in here, you see how it looks bluish? It's actually green. I don't know, it depends on the light. It's either green or blue. But anyways, when I would drive the Jeep, I would hear a squeak from the rear. I thought it was the wheel bearings. It turns out that it's not. I had lifted it like this and put it in drive just to hear it. What I ended up finding out is that it was low on brakes in the rear. So here we have some brand new rotors and brakes. The reason I got new rotors is because I think these are warped. It was like a rotating noise. We got new rotors. Here they are. I got these from Detroit Axle. I have them linked down below on Amazon and eBay. They're a little bit cheaper on eBay. And new brake pads right here. So I've used Detroit Axle parts in the past. I mean, these are on the affordable side. You can get better quality stuff, but it'll be a little bit more expensive. So these will be fine for the rear. And the front, I do want to save up and get some EBC brakes just because of the bigger wheels. It needs a little bit more stopping power. So that's what I'll do for the front, but for now we're just gonna focus on the rear. And I do wanna show you guys something. My friend actually set up his welder. He's had this for, I don't know, 2 years maybe. But we finally did. He was teaching me how to weld and stuff. I'm not great at all, but I think this is one of the ones that I did. I don't know. This is my first time trying to weld. I think this one I did as well. Yeah, so we're definitely gonna have some new projects coming, like rock sliders that we can build ourselves. I do wanna say thank you guys for supporting the channel. And to thank you guys, I had said that I would do a lift kit giveaway at 20K. So if you go on najar.com, click at the top, there will be a button for the giveaway. Sign up, you don't have to purchase anything, just put in your information there. I am gonna ask for your phone number. That way I can call you if you win and then, you know, obviously record it. So make sure you don't miss out. Make sure to sign up. We are doing an Iron Rock off-road lift kit giveaway, so don't miss out. Those are quality parts right there. But anyways, for now, we are gonna do the brakes. And I do wanna show you guys my new sweater here. I'm gonna have these on the website. I don't know if I'll do hoodies and sweaters, but I'll definitely have shirts. I just need to finalize some of the designs. But it's all the Grand Cherokee generations, and I also have another design that'll be coming soon. So it's not out yet, but let me know what you guys think in the comments. But here we have ZJ, WJ, WK, and WK2. I'm not doing the new Grand Cherokee because I don't know. I don't like it. I don't know. Anyways, let me take the wheels off and then we'll get started on removing everything. Okay, so this is what we're gonna be working on. Like I said, I'll be replacing these and the pads. First things first is we have to take off the caliper, which we have to remove. There's these rubber caps on the end of these slider pins. Bam, so we have to take these off, one on the top, one on the bottom. And then in there, we have a bolt that's an Allen head, so we'll have to remove that. Bam, we got the second one off. Let me get some light in here so you guys can see better, but that's the first step. So I got a number 7 Allen wrench on the end right there. That fits snug, that fits good. It doesn't help that I don't have a 1/2 inch one, but let's see what else we can find. Okay, I got an adapter. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm first gonna tighten it to try to break it. I might not even want to budge right now. Okay, I got it. So what I like to do with bolts, especially when they have ends like this, is I do like to tighten it first to try to like break for loosening it up. That way the risk of stripping the bolt is less, you know? Trust me, I've had it happen plenty of times. So I always tighten it first and then loosen it. Now the noise that I had was actually coming from the other side, but it looks like these pads are pretty worn down as well. Why does that feel super loose? That does not feel good. So thankfully for us, it looks like someone tried to take this off already and stripped it, but let's see if I could get this in enough. I think we should be fine. As long as I can like tap it in a little bit. Use a hammer, I know. Okay, so it tightened right there a little bit. Now we should be loose. Okay, thank God. I did not want to have to fight that. Bam, we got it out. Now we got to take off the clip right here. And like I've said before, luckily I'm not in a state where there's a ton of rust, because I have seen some pictures of you guys posted on Facebook groups and stuff where all this would be rusted out, especially these pins right here. Bam. And the kit does come with new pins. All right, so we got that out. Oh yeah, that's funny. And I'm using a little bungee cord just to hold it out of the way. That way the brake line's not stretching either. But anyways, look at this. So it was starting to get worn down. It's pretty low on that mark right there. At this point, yeah, I would replace them. Okay, so we got to this point now. We have to remove this piece to be able to remove the rotor. And that should be these two back bolts right here. I think they're 17s. Let me get you guys in here. I think these two are 17s. So it's actually an 18. Let's get these loose. Okay. All right, we got that one off. Now let's do this bottom one. You see the brackets now loose, ready to come off. Bam. Now we should be able to just slide this off. Woo! It looks like we got some grease on the freaking brakes. So what that means is we probably have a bad axle seal in here, because as you can see in there, there is some grease buildup. Now what I will do for now is on these brakes, I'll take a piece of sandpaper and just sand them down. That way there's no grease on top of them. But honestly, I didn't order any, but I think they're getting low, so I think I should be replacing them soon. But I definitely need to fix that axle seal leak before we get more oil coming out. All right, so we sanded down the pads, and then I took a wire brush. I just tried to clean off all the dirt that was on here. So I took the wire brush and I just scrubbed out all the dirt that I could. It's not perfect, but it's better than it was before. And I also cleaned this as well. Make sure to clean in between the channels, because that's where the brake pads slide. So make sure that that is clean. But now we're gonna go ahead and put this back together. So we got the new rotor that just slides right on. Bam. Next, we're gonna take the bracket that holds the caliper and we'll bolt that back in. That is using those 18 mil bolts. And these that hold the bracket in, these we're gonna tighten up to 70 foot-pounds. For now, I'm just gonna put them hand tight, and then with the wrench. Now, the reason that I am mentioning the torque specs is because on brakes, that's something where, I mean, you should torque everything down, but brakes you definitely want to. I had one time where I thought I tightened everything up, and then turns out I left one of the bolts loose. So the caliper was actually moving, and that's not safe. So we will torque these down. Next, we gotta get the brake pads. Oh, also I already pushed in this piece here. Probably not all the way in, but most of the way. Hopefully it's enough where the new pads fit. So on the front end, we're gonna put this in place. On the back, it has these clips. You put it into that piston, like that. If I pressed it in enough, it should just slide over. And of course, it's not pressed in enough. I'm gonna take the old brake, stick it in that hole. Bam. I got my C-clamp. All right, I think I got it there. And then we could just press it down. I think that's all the way because I can't really turn it more. So if you do this, you definitely want to use the old brake pad. Don't use your new brake pads to do that. There we go. Now it sits right in. Now we got these are the hex bolts. You gotta be careful with these. Like I said, you can strip them, but you wanna make sure there's no dirt or grime on them. Make sure they're clear. Both of these are really good. And then we're gonna put some grease on them before we slide them in, because these also move with the caliper when the brakes are engaged. And you definitely don't want any dirt or grime on these, and you want them to be nice and lubed up. And I got this Harbor Freight one. I followed the instructions to bleed it, and I cannot get grease to come out. It has a brand new tube of grease too, but luckily we got the big boy. Let's go. Now I'm gonna put it in, put the grease in a towel. If you've never used one of these Milwaukee grease guns, like, do yourself a favor. They are worth it. So I'm gonna put some grease on this thing. Slide that back in. Okay, so that's going in. You know what's weird about recording videos like this? It's like I'm talking, but I'm talking to myself, you know? What are you guys' goals for the year? Like, what are you gonna start do you wanna start a new job? Do you wanna start a company? Do you wanna go to school? What do you guys have planned for the year? I think for me, I wanna focus more on the YouTube. I wanna focus more on creating more content. I want to focus on creating more content, just taking YouTube a little bit more serious, because this past year I've been not that serious about YouTube, but I've been focusing on other stuff in my life. But I think it's time to hop back on YouTube. I mean, there was a point where I was making 3 videos a week, you know, for I don't know how long. Hello? Yo. So these clips, they go on the bottom. You just kind of slide them into place. Okay, so something I'm noticing, I don't know if you guys can catch it on camera, but that bracket here, it's not pushing onto the brake pad like the old one does. So I'm actually not gonna use the new one. I'm gonna put the old one back in because I think it sits better. Now again, like I said, these are affordable parts, but I don't know about the quality. But I've also used this brand's parts before and I've had good luck. See, this one's actually pushing on the brake. So we're gonna run with the old one. I don't know if I should, but this one seems to sit better. All right, so we gotta torque down the bolts. I already did the big ones at 70 foot-pounds. Now we're doing the slider pins at 25. Okay, so that is good to go. So this side is all good. And while I had you guys charging up, I went ahead and finished this side up as well. Mostly because I don't really have good light on this side, so I just wanted to get it done. But I do want to show you guys something. So if we look at that rotor, you see that big old line? This is on the back side. Look at the brake pad. I knew I needed freaking brakes. So I had that squeal noise, and it's because the edge of that brake right there, since it's so low, it was actually hitting. Now what is interesting to me is how offset that brake is. See how there's still a little bit of pad over here, but there's none on this side. I did find that the caliper over here, the cylinder, it actually had a piece that was like chipped off. I didn't see any leaks and the cylinder actually went back in easily. So for now, I'm just gonna run it, but that is definitely something I need to change out. Also, remember to put those caps back into those rubber pieces where the slider pin goes. That way moisture doesn't get in there and cause the slider pin to get rusted and get stuck. Now, before you go out and drive, remember that these are still loose. So what you have to do is go into the Jeep and press on the pedal. I don't have the rubber on it. Make sure you press on the pedal a couple times to get the cylinder to have pressure again, or else if you start driving, you're not gonna have any brake pressure and it's not gonna brake well, so, or might not even brake at all. So make sure you pump the brake before you actually drive the Jeep. Okay, so I'm gonna press on the brakes. Now we're gonna turn it on. And then I'm still gonna press on the brakes to make sure that we are getting pressure. Okay, it's starting to feel like normal again. We got brake pressure again. Now that I pressed on it a couple times. The biggest thing for me when I was just driving normal, you can hear the metal on metal contact, obviously, which I'm not hearing. I would have heard it already. And it brakes quick. Oh yeah, that feels way better actually. Like it's actually braking now. Honestly, before I thought it was just because of the big wheels, but I think the rear brakes were just bad. So anyways guys, I hope that video was helpful for you in replacing the rear brakes. Honestly, this is a project that anyone could do. You don't have to pay a mechanic to do this. You need simple tools and it can be done even if you're a beginner. And that's why I like the WJ platform so much, just because it's very beginner friendly if you're trying to learn how to work on cars. Before I had the Jeep, I did not have any knowledge. Like I would work on golf carts and I guess that kind of helped me, but I never touched the car until I got my Jeep, and then slowly, you know, building it up, replacing more parts. That's kind of how I learned how to work on cars. So if you need new brakes, just try and do it yourself. Just try, because it's honestly not that hard. Anyways, we do have some new videos. I fixed the overheating issue and all that. And one of the projects that I really want to get done is the headlights. I have all the parts for the custom headlights. I just haven't put it together. They've just been sitting on my shelf for like a year and a half probably. So that's something that I want to get done before the end of the month, and hopefully you guys want to see that. So I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace. And if you are still watching, we have a lift kit giveaway. Since we hit 20K, this is gonna be for everybody, for all you guys, for all the support that you guys have been giving the channel. So yeah, lift kit giveaway. Now we're doing the real. Peace.